Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to another morning tarot random card pull. Today is May 22nd. I have my coffee with me. It's super early. The sun is shining and I feel so great being outside. Oh my gosh, I swear to you all, I am such a spring and summer baby. I love this weather. I spent a good chunk of yesterday dealing with my little balcony garden, which it's not totally done yet. I still have to put up my deck tiles, but just a sneak peek. Come on now. I have deck tiles to put out still, and a little rug and couple other things, but it's looking good and I can't wait to get it all perfectly set up like it was last year so that I can fully enjoy my space outside. Thank you so much for joining me for another impromptu tarot reading. This is going to be a general collective reading for every sign for today, May the 22nd. We're going to pull 4 cards just like we did yesterday from the Light Seers tarot deck. A couple Chakra Oracle Wisdom cards for clarification, and then we're going to end off with the Beyond Lemuria deck. I still can't say Lemuria properly. I don't know why. I always am tempted to say Lumeria. Like light, Lumiere, but it's Lemuria. All right, 2 more cards. Okay, all of these want to flip, so you know what? I will just take it. I will just take it. Okay, this is quite an interesting reading. We have some conflicting energies here. We have the Sun card that showed up upright. We have the Queen of Cups that showed in reverse. The Fool in reverse. The 9 of Swords upright, and the 2 of Cups that showed up upright. I'm sorry about the lighting. My camera just keeps on readjusting because the sun keeps on moving and I keep on moving. All right, so what do I get for today's messages? I'm getting that we are in the middle of wanting to feel happy again. I think some of us in a love relationship may have been going through some pretty tough times. We haven't felt like our open, loving selves. And I think some of us have started to lose a little bit of hope in terms of a love connection that we may have been part of, or just like we've become disillusioned with love in general, with love, with partnership, with commitment. I think a lot of our relationships have been tested throughout the year. I think a lot of our own expectations of other people have been tested and brought to the surface. A lot of our old traumas, previous relationships and exes and situations that we thought we were finished with have repeated in new cycles that we've attempted to move forward from. And all of these things are coming to the surface, and there's no longer an ability to run away from what's directly in front of us, because we're starting to notice that each time we run and each time we think we can avoid, what's actually happening is the universe is allowing our partner, our prospective partners, or lack of partners to be an indication of the work we have not done yet. And that's why these cycles continue to repeat, even with new people. And if you're single right now, I think our global situation is making it really difficult for single people to feel positive about the dating scene. And I think that's what this is pointing to as well. We believe that we have so much to offer to other people, to ourselves. We know that we can contribute in a relationship, and just the feelings of having a person in the world, someone to share good things with, bad things with. All of these things are areas that we are hoping for, wanting if you're single, but because of what's going on, it's making it really hard to start anything concrete and anything new with anybody. there's a lot of division. The new question is, did you get the jab? And that's like the new dating thing, right? Like if you did, if you didn't, your stance on it can really make or break a potential relationship. So it's quite interesting the way that dating and relationships have transformed along with the times, and how certain requirements that never once were all of a sudden are necessary in order for you to feel safe, even in exploring a potential partnership with a new person. If you're already in a relationship, it could be that you have to mourn something that happened between the two of you in order for you to reconnect with this individual. Maybe this person has hurt you in the past, and it was in an unexpected way, and you've been secretly holding a grudge against this person. You're being called to go back and think about the things that have happened between the two of you that maybe you have not really forgiven. And it's okay if you're already in a partnership and you realize that you have been treating your partner in not the best way, that you've been taking out certain stresses on them. It could be because of something that they did a long time ago. It might not even be something that they did per se. It could be something that an ex did, but your partner exhibited similar characteristics at a time and you were triggered, and then you took it out on them. I think you're being called here to recognize that in the mourning process comes healing and partnership. So if you are with the right person and you own what's going on with yourself, they will be okay with you taking time to deal with whatever is affecting your relationship in a negative way. In fact, if you place your vulnerability out there for your partner to see, if it takes center stage, your partner will be there to support you. And I do see a love connection here. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Could just be the general energy. Can I just get some clarification on our 5-card spread? Let's get a couple cards to clarify our 5-card spread. What do we need to know about this relationship? What do we need to know about what we're mourning or sad about? For some of you, could even be that you're realizing a partnership that you had a lot of hopes, you placed a lot of hopes onto. Turns out it's not turning out the way that you thought it would. The person hasn't been that partner that you thought they would be to you. Could be that you placed your hopes in a relationship and that person doesn't care about you the same way that you care about them. Could also be the other way around. Maybe someone has been trying to tell you that they're into you, but you're not really feeling them. Some of you may have to have that type of conversation of, I'm sorry, I'm just not into you the same way that you're into me, but I would still like to be friends. For some of you, this 2 of Cups is not necessarily a love connection. It could just be a soul connection, and we know soul connections could be friendships as well. I do hear we have release. So what is it that you're holding on to? Is it something that happened to you in the past? Is this some sort of old school trauma that you're taking out on your current partnership? Is it a person that you have to be letting go of? Because this is such a general reading, it will resonate differently for every single one of you. But it could be any of those things. It could also be that you're dealing with someone who's trying to let go of you and you are not ready to let go of them. For others of you, you're being called to recognize that in releasing, whether it's a person, a situation, a partnership, old resentments, old trauma, in releasing, you will have the ability to create once again. This is a blessing in disguise with the Miracle card upright. It might not make sense right now at the moment, but you have to go through this stage and deal with the stuff you don't want to deal with. I say this all the time, but it always comes up in these readings because we naturally want to avoid the things that make us feel like this. No one wants to feel like this, and there's this false idea that if we allow ourselves to be sad, if we allow ourselves to feel these negative emotions, that we may actually get stuck here. We may never find our way back out. It might be so painful that it kills us. But God never gives us things that we can't handle. And that's the beautiful thing about the universe. Recognize that you're going to get the same things repeating themselves over and over and over until you do the work. So please stop avoiding it. It could be a family member that's really pissing you off, making you really upset, and making you wonder why the heck you're doing what you're doing. Why do you care so much? Why is it that you care so much and they don't care about you? And this could be in friendships, family members, love relationships, regardless of how it resonates. It's less about what the other people are doing and more about why you choose to stay in a situation that is making you feel so sad. Where is the lack? And the lack is not with them. The lack is a feeling that you're experiencing on your own. And there's a trauma that's there that's not being healed. We have starseed that was pulled, and I'll read it to you all. Starseed. Have you ever headed toward a specific destination, but instead of it being where you ended up, the journey was the catalyst for where you were meant to go? Have you ever felt that nothing was working out as planned, but then it came together perfectly? This card depicts intuition as a goddess lifting us to see where we are going and the star that she sees in us. The journey may not go as planned, but the outcome is better than you thought possible. Let the serendipitous unfold. Allow space for unexpected opportunities, even when the route is not as direct as you imagined. Listen to your intuition and know that you have got this. What a beautiful way to end this reading. Guys, I know it sucks to release. I know it sucks to feel pain. I know it sucks to be uncomfortable and to admit that maybe there's still some things in the way from you being able to really open yourself up. But I can see the desire is there. You want to be like this 24/7 and it's there, but you can't access this type of energy unless you go through the hard times. You need to release what's no longer serving you. And it doesn't even have anything to do with other people. This has to do with yourself. What are you releasing about yourself? And once you deal with that, you might realize that you have to let go of another person. But it always starts with you. There's something no longer in alignment within you that might make other people in your life also no longer in alignment with you. But it's not about them. Deal with yourself first internally, and the universe will reveal something to you in a space in your life, whether it's a person, a situation, a belief system. Something will have to transform, but you won't know what that is until you deal with yourself, and it will be different for everyone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this impromptu tarot reading. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. Hopefully I'll be able to do this again tomorrow. So definitely, if you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe, you hit that like button, and hit that notification bell so you'll be told of when I show up like this again. Take care, everyone. Happy Saturday, happy long weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye.